What is up, YouTube? Back with another YouTube video, and today we're here with a White Lotus Tier 5 story mission guide for the story mission Russian Gas. And it says, now that we've located the gas sample from Vondel, we can compare it with a sample from the Koschei complex. We got intel from an AQ soldier that there's a Koschei gas sample somewhere in the south of the DRD. Find it and take it to the external ops. A machine directly right of the main entrance should be able to compare the similarity of the samples. If they're the same product, then we know whoever is occupying Vondel was involved with the Koschei complex and the creation of the Russian gas. Now your tasks are to infill into the Koschei complex with the Vondel gas sample. Then we have to find the Koschei complex gas sample in the south of the DRD. Then validate the chemical similarity between the Vondel gas sample and the Koschei complex gas sample at the machine in the external ops sector. Now, one thing I want to note before we get into it is that I am going to show you how you can find this Vondel gas sample if you need it. You should have one in your inventory when we did the tier 4 mission, I believe it's called, but you should have had one, and unless you lost it or whatever, then that's perfectly fine. I am going to show you how you can find it again. It's going to be located in the maze in Vondel, so let's get in game and show you how you can find this, because you are going to need this in order to start this mission. Alright, so like I mentioned, I'm going to show you guys how you can find the Vondel gas sample if you happen to lose it or if you died with it or anything like that. Make sure you load into Vondel and then spawn in and make your way straight to the maze located next to the fire department. Now when you get there, I'm not sure if it's always going to spawn in the same spot. I also believe other players can get there before you and take it. But if you get there, I guess try to look for the statue and just find the Vondel gas sample right next to it. That's where I happen to find it. But then once you pick it up, make sure you exfil with it in your inventory. That way you can load into Al Mazrah with it in your inventory. So again, there's the location. But now that you have it, like I said, make sure to exfil. And then we're going to end up loading into Al Mazrah to show you guys how you can complete this mission now that you have your Vondel gas sample and where you can find the Koschei complex gas sample. So we are now in Al Mazrah with our Vondel gas sample in our inventory, and now you want to make your way to the oasis here, the upper desert portion of the map of Al Mazrah. Now, like I said, make sure you have that Vondel gas sample in your inventory, and I happen to spawn right next to the oasis, but do be careful when you get here because the little pharaoh slash mummy mini boss that happens here because of the haunting does make this an area that brings a lot of operators and people who are trying to complete it. So when you get here, there is going to be these possessed soldiers, so just watch out for them. Make your way over here, and I'm just showing you the other side of this entrance right here, so there's different places to drop in and everything. But make your way towards this side of the Koschei complex entrance, and then keep following my path here to your left at the closest door. Then just keep following, and then you'll see the Koschei complex entrance right here. Again, here's the location on the map. Feel free to pause and then use that for a location. But I'm going to travel to the Koschei complex now, and a note is you can go to a gas station and try to get scuba gas mask if you can. That will make this a lot more easier, but if you don't and you're like me and you just didn't do it, you definitely can get it done. Just try to be very quick and on your toes when you do this. But I am speeding up the loading screen and everything that you're seeing right now. It's perfectly normal to see these loading screens and everything, so just be aware of that. But you can see we're spawning into the Koschei complex here, and this is gonna bring you towards this, I guess you can call it mini game or whatever, but you're gonna have to go and cycle through different bunkers and trap the gas pretty much in order to move to your next encounter. There's gonna be 3 rooms like this, but this is pretty much what you're gonna be looking at. Now, some of these buttons here are gonna control the bunker doors. You can see for some of them the buttons are broken, and for some of them they allow you to open and close the doors. If the doors aren't already open them and then try to look through each bunker and see if you can find the gas sample in there. Now I'm not sure if this spawns in the same spot every single time. For me it spawned in the 3rd room inside one of the bunker doors, but I don't know if it has a chance to spawn in the 1st room, in the 2nd room. I'm not sure if it's random, but this is pretty much what you're going to want to do. When the bunkers are open, run inside and just look for your gas sample. It's going to look like the Vondel one in this little circular kind of bottle or something. But I'm just going to show you pretty much me looting the first 4 rooms here. After you loot it, close the door. And pretty much the main gameplay mechanic of this is closing the door to stop the gas from leaking. Once you close the right door, the middle door is right here. The light is going to go from red to green. And then that will let you know that you can progress forward since you stopped the gas leak. Now you can see I'm searching the 2nd room here. I'm looking through, didn't find anything. But I want to note that if you're doing this, make sure you're stowing stim shots. Make sure you're stowing gas masks, whether it's durable or regular. Just try to make sure you have everything you can to help you survive here longer. You find self-revives and revive pistols, take that as well. But you can see these other two had broken handles, so I wasn't able to open them. But just do know that you can turn these valves in the later rooms in order to open those locations. But you can hear the little beep that went off in the background. That was the game telling you that you can progress forward. So I am going to speed this up now, that way you don't have to sit here through me looting and clearing this out. But no, for the second room here, you are going to have AI. Watch out, because there's going to be this bomb enemy that's going to try to run up to you and pretty much try to blow you up. So you can see I'm checking to make sure all the doors are open, and I'm going to make my way inside. And again, I didn't find it until the third room, so I'm just speeding this gameplay up so you don't have to watch the whole thing. But you kind of get the gist. Right here you can see I had to open the bunker door with the valve because the button was broken. But I checked here, nothing there. And I even showed you there, if you paid attention to the gameplay, you can use a stim shot if you run out of gas mask in order to, get yourself to low HP. Then use the stim to, fully, bring your health back up. But that's just one way that you can survive longer down there. You can see I'm checking the other rooms, and I'm unfortunately not finding it. But you can see pretty much the gameplay loop. Go through, open the bunker doors, look through, see if you find the gas sample. You don't, move forward. And you can see in between you will have rooms to loot. If you find night vision goggles, make sure you pick those up. You're going to need those for the chemical plant. When you get to the third room, you are still going to have that bomb enemy, but you're also going to have a sentry gun now in the middle of the room. So you can see that's why I was taking a lot of damage there. I was trying to see if I would get rid of the AI first, but they were all hiding behind these boxes. Then I go to hide, and they end up throwing grenades at me. So sums up DMZ pretty well right there with situations like that. But you can see I get rid of some AI here, and I got 3 open doors next to me. So I start going through one by one. You can see, again, me doing the same thing, looting around, trying to find the sample. I don't find it in the room. I close the door, and I move on to the next one. You can see I decided to open this one since the door was closed and I couldn't open it with the console. So I went here. These keys you find here, in the gameplay I picked it up, but they're pretty useless. You don't want to go through that exit because you're going to want to go where I go in order to go and validate your gas sample. So you can see I'm still looting, haven't found it yet. And then I had one more door right here. And then here's where I end up finding it, right here tucked away in a corner. You can see I'm looting. At this point, I'm kind of freaking out. I'm like, dude, I haven't found it yet. And then there it is right there. Koschei complex gas sample. See it on the ground. Pick it up, put it in your inventory. And then now all you have to do is make your way out of here in order to go validate it in external ops. So you can see my inventory. I have both. I just got the second part of the mission completed right there. All we got to do is go validate it. So now that I found it, I'm just making sure I'm not forgetting anything. And I'm going, you don't have to close the door. I just did it because I was already in the habit of closing all the doors already, because the gas is already, contained and everything. But now run through these double doors here, and then you're going to find some more rooms to loot and stuff like that. I did eventually go to loot, so that's why I'm going to speed this gameplay up a little bit. That's just me trying to show you that that's what those keys are for, is that other exit / route. But you're going to make your way down here. And then you're going to have a button on the right side of the room here in order to open the bunker door. Make sure you do that. Put on your night vision goggles. And what you're going to want to do now, once that door opens, is you're just going to want to hug the right side of the wall. This is going to take you exactly where you have to go, so just don't worry about getting lost or anything. Follow along right here. And like I said, hug the right side of the wall. If it turns, that's when you turn as well. You can see right here. It turned again. You just keep following it. And then you're going to reach the point right here. Now in my gameplay audio, I heard this buzz as well at the door. So I thought another team was opening the door right here. So I was playing a little passively right here, trying to make sure I wasn't going to run into another team. I'm pretty sure there was a team here because you can see there's dead AI and everything. But this is external ops. This is where you want to go. And then when you walk in, just go straight to your right. You can see I was trying to make sure I don't run into an enemy team here because I was so close to completing the mission. That's a sentry gun right there. But it's going to say validate the chemical samples. And then once you validate it, you will instantly get the rank up in the mission complete Russian gas. So that's going to do it for that one. This is what the snowplow core attack operator skin looks like. If you want that, well, hopefully you can use the reward and everything like that. But that's what the master reward is. That's a tier 5 reward. So if you found this guide useful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell so you don't miss another video. Drop a follow on my Twitch, twitch.tv/Koshchei0. A playlist with all my DMZ guides will be popping up on screen right now. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.